Hello, welcome to another live stream, but yes, this time with a puppy. This time with a very, very cute looking puppy. Hello everyone, welcome to a live stream. We're going to have a good old catch up and say hello. Everyone say hello to Obi. He's been sitting on my lap while I've been doing some work throughout today, and he is absolutely gorgeous. So show him all the love in the world. He's such a good boy. But he'll probably just end up sitting on my lap while we have a good old catch up. So hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. I am currently live on Facebook, YouTube and on Instagram. Instagram, you're over here, and Facebook and YouTube, you're over here. So if you don't see me looking directly at the camera, that will be why. Feel free to comment any questions you've got. It doesn't have to be about Obi here. It could be about absolutely anything you want. I've got so much to catch you up on, lots and lots to talk about, so we'll be here for about 30 minutes. Stick around if you want to. If you've got to go somewhere, don't you worry. But it's so nice to be back. It's been a little while since I last did a live stream and last kind of spoke to you guys. I've been on holiday with Hannah and my parents for 2 weeks, and during those 2 weeks I essentially completely switched off my phone. Apart from a couple of posts on social media, I really didn't do very much at all, just to completely break away and have a good old rest. And now I'm back. Today is my first day back, and I thought, what better way to kickstart the working year for me, and that is to do a live stream with all you wonderful people. So let's answer some questions. I've seen a lot, so I'm going to try and see who they are. What's the puppy's name? His name is Obi, and thank you for showing all the love. You want him to get down? Or are you okay? No, he's all right. Okay. So his name's Obi, Obi-Wan, Star Wars. He is 12 weeks old, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. And he is absolutely gorgeous. He loves to sit on your lap and just cuddle with you, which is exactly what me and Hannah wanted. So he is wonderful. When will you tour the US? It's something I'm working towards, to get out to the US again and do a full tour or a couple of shows out in the US would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to go back to America. I had such an incredible time in America when I was doing AGT All Stars, so doing that would be absolutely amazing. Are you going to do some covers from musicals? Yes, I love musical theatre, as I'm sure a lot of you know. I absolutely adore musical theatre. It's something I grew up with, and it's I'm incredibly proud to be signed to Westway, the record company, who obviously are the home for West End and Broadway stars. So there will definitely be musical theatre in there. I can promise you that. You are being upstaged by a puppy. I completely agree, and I'm happy with it. I don't need the limelight at all. Why don't you apply to go on to Eurovision? I love Eurovision. Every year, me and my family sit down and watch it, and if there was ever an opportunity to do it, I would jump at the chance of definitely doing Eurovision. It's not something that I've got the opportunity to do yet, but maybe somewhere down the line I will get that opportunity. Look, Obi, you're getting all this attention. Everyone thinks you're so lovely. What kind of dog is Obi? Obi is a Springer Spaniel, and he's only 12 weeks old, so he's still very small, but his paws are massive, which tells me he's going to be a big boy, which I'm really, really happy with. How was your holiday? My holiday was lovely. We went sailing around the Greek islands for 2 weeks, and I adored it. Jumping in the water, and if you want to see what the holiday was like, do go over to my Instagram. I posted a video yesterday, and I'm really proud of that video. It shows basically what we did on the holiday every single day. I love it. Jumping in the water, exploring caves, sailing. It was really, really, really great. Right. What else? Let's have a look at some more questions. Do keep posting the questions, and if we go a bit dry on the questions, I will start talking to you about other things that's going on. How is the album coming along? Really great. For those of you who don't know, I do have an album on pre-order right now. It will be released early next year. And I'm actually in the studio tomorrow and on Wednesday as well, working towards the album, but it's going really well. There's a lot I can't tell you just yet, but as soon as I can, I promise you guys will be the first to know. But I'm really happy with it, really pleased with how it's going, and I really hope that you all are going to like it as well. I'm putting all my energy into this. I want to create something that you deserve and you love, and that I love to sing and to listen to myself. So yeah, it's going really well, and you won't have to wait until it's released to hear any of it. Just like we did with I Who Have Nothing, there might be a few tracks that are released in the maybe not so distant future. Again, can't say too much, but not so distant future, you might receive another song soon. Any plans to sing the next Bond soundtrack? Yes, I'd love to. There's no plans in place at the moment, but that would be a dream come true. I love singing Bond songs. As a lot of you who've seen me sing live will know, there's a couple of them in my show. So yeah, I'd love to. And if anyone out there knows any connections to the production company for that, send them my way. Are you still teaching at the moment? I'm not employed by a school. I don't have time, if I'm being honest. But I do love teaching. I still consider myself an educator. It's something I'm very, very passionate about. And I'm looking at starting up another form of teaching very, very soon. Things are in the works, but I am an educator, but not a teacher right now. What kind of dog is it? It's a Springer Spaniel, black and white Springer Spaniel. And he is lovely. When will you come to France? I'd love to come to France and stay for a decent time. Any time that I've been to France recently, I've kind of been in, and then I leave the next day. So if I could spend some time there, I definitely will. Interesting though, I got stuck and stranded in France not so long ago. I got off the ferry. I can't remember where it goes into. Essentially, I stepped off the ferry. I didn't do any forward planning, expecting there to be taxis, and there wasn't a taxi. So I stood around for about an hour and a half, just kind of going, what do I do? My phone wasn't working. It was a great experience and one that I can look back now and laugh at. But I couldn't at the time. I'm hoping to get to see you soon. Well, what all my focus on, if it's not on the album, is at the moment, what I'm really looking forward to is, if you don't know, I am the special guest support for the Overtones this year. They've got a 27-date tour, the Good Times tour, at the end of this year, November, December. And I'm doing all 27 dates up and down the UK. So please do book your tickets. The link are in my description. I will be there every night doing a supporting slot, and there potentially will be merchandise as well there, and opportunities to say hello. So please do come and say hello. It's going to be a really fun 6 weeks, and it's all up and down the country, and I'm sure there will be a date near you. Sorry, what is Eurovision? Tammy, don't you worry. I'll explain. So in Europe, and I believe Australia are in it as well, there is a yearly competition where all the countries come together within Europe and sing a song. And create an original song, and we sing, and sometimes it is the craziest thing you've ever watched, and then you get some really great songs in there as well. So thoroughly recommend it. My favourite one is, I can't remember the name, but they have the star on the head, and I love that one. Right. Okay. How old is he? He is 12 weeks old. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, because you've just joined the stream, on my lap right here. Oh, sorry, Obi. There we are. Is a cute little puppy who's just woken up from a nap, and he is our little baby now, aren't you, Obi? So yeah, that's Obi, and he's 12 weeks old. Oh, there was a question there. Are you doing anything prior to your tour with the Overtones? Yes, there are. I'm doing a couple of cruises, and I believe there might be one show. I'd have to double check, but I think my next big thing, obviously, is the Overtones, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait for that. Yes, a lot of these people, Obi, have seen you when you were 4 weeks old when I posted that photo of you, and you have grown. Look at the size of those paws. They're massive. Right. Oh, yes, that's something to tell you about. Before I went away, about 2 days before I went on my holiday, so 2.5 weeks ago, I did a show at the Horsham Capitol. That is my home theatre. It's a theatre I grew up in. I have watched so many shows and performances there, always wanting to do my own show there. And there it was. My name and my photo and this massive banner was outside the front of the building, and I got to do my own show to a sold out audience. It was incredible, and if you missed it, don't you worry, I am back there again next year. All the dates are in my description, but it was an incredible evening, and I loved it. Thank you if you were there, for making it so special. Any plans to do a UK tour? Just you? Maybe, hopefully. That's what I'm going to say. Hopefully. If you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be? Gregory Porter. I love Gregory Porter. I listen to his music every day. I'd also love to do a duet with, to be honest with you, because she's so phenomenal at singing, Adele. Although I think I'd struggle to keep up with her. She is absolutely sensational. Tom, can we expect an original song written by you? Definitely. If you've come to see any of my shows recently, you would have actually seen a couple of them. And there's one that I wrote on this piano right here at 2 o'clock in the morning, which I cannot wait for you to hear. But there will definitely be originals written by me. How are we doing for time? Okay, we've got probably another 10-15 minutes. So if you haven't got your question in yet, do comment below your question. If I have glossed over it or missed it, re-comment it, copy and paste it, and we will definitely get to it. How old were you when you knew you had such an incredible voice? I didn't, and I still probably don't. You all right, Obi? Okay. But it was my mum. My mum noticed that I enjoyed singing, and that I was always singing, and so she put me in for vocal lessons, and I joined a local theatre group, and I kind of fell in love with it. I tried every single club. I did karate, I did swimming, I did football, I tried horse riding once, and it didn't go very well. It wasn't until I started singing, and then it was my mum and my family and the support of the people around me that have got me to where I am today. And there's always room for improvement. I'm always working to improve myself, and it's very kind, Judy, that you think I've got an incredible voice, so thank you. I will thank you. Right. How am I? I am great. It's really nice to be back talking to you all. It has been way too long. I will try and do these at least once a month. If I can do them, I'll do them every other week, or even every week. However often you guys are going to keep coming back and saying hello to me. Do you stick to a set list of songs at your events? Seeing you December at the Concord, and would love to hear you sing If I Can Dream. I do have a set list, but the set list is ever changing. If I've got a new song that I love to sing, I will stick it in there. If there's a new release, it's definitely in there. If there's an original that I've written and I go, oh, I want to try that out, it will be in there. So it changes, but there are definite songs that I will always want to sing, and I want them in the show, so I can guarantee certain songs will be there for Concord, almost definitely, because no matter what, I'm not removing them. I enjoy them too much. Is your dog female or male? He is a male. A very, very sleepy male, by the looks of it. On Instagram, you probably can't see, but he's fast asleep. Fast asleep. How long have you been singing? I started singing when I was 8, properly, and that's when I did singing lessons. 8, 9 years old. I think I was singing at the age of 4, to be honest with you, just around the house, but I think most of us do, but it wasn't until I was 9 that I started to properly learn to sing. Yeah. Am I recognised when I'm out and about? Yeah, sometimes. Absolutely. I mean, since I lost a lot of the hair and I grew the beard and I lost some weight, I think it became less. But that's okay. Only the other day I was stepping off an aeroplane, and as I was walking off, this lovely gentleman stopped me and was like, "You're Tom Ball, aren't you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And it was lovely. And I love meeting people out and about. So if you see me out and about, stop and say hello. But yeah, every so often I still definitely get recognised. It depends where I am. Wales, I seem to get recognised a fair amount. Definitely in my local area I get recognised, and the Isle of Wight, surprisingly. Hi Tom, I managed to get tickets for myself and my 2 girls. Very excited to see you with the Overtones. In Cornwall, are you going to do a meet and greet? I'm not 100% certain, but I don't believe if you've bought the meet and greet package with the Overtones, I don't believe I'm involved in that in any way. But I will get back to you on that. Don't know. Sorry. If I can, I will. 100%. Lots of people coming to see the Overtones. That is fantastic. Really, really fantastic. People coming to Somerset, to Guildford. I am not coming to New Zealand yet. I would love to. I've never been, but I'd really love to. How can I hear you or see you sing Adele's Skyfall? Come to one of my shows, because it is featured heavily. It's one of the songs that I sing in my show, so do come and see one of my shows if you can, and I'm sure at some point I will post a little video of me singing it, even if it's just a small clip of it, because I love that song. It is great. Right, let's keep going. What do you like to do for fun? Sing. I do enjoy gaming as well, and a little bit of photography and technology. I like getting invested in something new, something I can learn, and that's often to do with technology. So I dabble in a lot of things. Like I'll pick up a camera for a day and go out and shoot something, and then I won't pick it up for a month, and then I'll do it all over again. So it really varies, but I love spending time with my family as well. I'm not going to lie, just sitting around playing games with my family. That's always really good fun. Sounds like you're super busy. I am very, very busy, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Absolutely adore what I'm doing. Will you sing a song with the Overtones? I do not know. And that is genuine. I do not know. Who knows? Maybe. Probably not. I'd say probably not. Don't get your hopes up with me saying maybe. Probably not. If they ask, I'd say yes, but whatever they are happy to. It's their big tour, and I cannot wait to be a part of it. Would love to hear you sing a Christmas song? Yes. Christmas songs are some of my favourite, and I only get to sing them once a year, so that they'll definitely be featured, especially in any of my shows around December. When people recognise you, do they ask for an autograph? Sometimes. Often it's a photo. But sometimes, absolutely. Will you have original material on your album? Yeah, there'll be originals on there for sure. There'll be covers and originals, definitely. Tell a little about type 1 diabetes. It's great watching you as an example. How old were you when you were diagnosed? Yeah, absolutely. I can talk a little bit about this. Now, keep your eyes peeled on my socials, because coming up soon will be a little bit of announcement and discussion about diabetes. But I'll definitely talk a little bit about it now. You might notice I've got a Dexcom on my arm. I'm type 1 diabetic. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's an autoimmune disease, which basically means at the age of 9, for me, happens at many different ages for everyone else, my pancreas stopped having the ability to produce insulin. To this day, we're not quite sure why that happens. There's a lot of beliefs around genetics and also viral infections, but essentially my pancreas doesn't produce insulin and it never will again. It is gone. That's what the difference between type 1 and type 2 really is. And because of that, I've got to inject myself every single day. In fact, I'm on a pump, so I get continuous insulin pumped into me every 5 minutes. And then I have to inject for any food I consume, but my readings go high, they go low, and that's of course how much sugar is in my blood. But I was diagnosed when I was 8 years old. It was a very interesting day. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was ingrained in my memory, but it's something I'm very, very proud of now that I talk very, very openly about, and I love to spread awareness for it. So if you've got any questions about diabetes, I can't promise I'll know the scientific answer for it, but I can definitely give my advice and my experience. But yeah, been type 1 diabetic for a long time now. Long time. How long would the pup stay this way if you wouldn't move him? So we've only had him for 1 day. Well, not even 24 hours. But from my experience so far with Obi, he would stay here for hours. I think he's a very, very, very chilled dog. He's lovely. Oh my goodness, I've realised on Instagram I haven't been scrolling through the questions. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Please repost. Repost if I've missed your question. I'm so sorry. Any interest in do operatic performances? I love opera. Yeah, opera's great. So yes. I will look into it. Right. He's very comfy. He is very comfy. Have you always wanted a dog? I grew up with dogs. I grew up with Springer Spaniels to begin with, and then we got a gorgeous black lab called Roxy, who sadly passed away last year or the year before. And I knew that when the time was right, me and Hannah were going to get a dog, and the time was definitely right. Would you get a second dog companion for your puppy? Yeah, maybe after a year or so. Once we can handle one dog, definitely. I mean, I love animals. I love dogs. How about a song on the live stream? I'm back in the country end of next week. I'll do another live stream then, and I will definitely sing a song. I'm not ready to do a song right now. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything ready. But I will do one on the next one. I promise. And if on the next one I haven't started to do one, message me and say, Tom, you promised, and I will get to it. Are there any songs that scare you or you don't want to try? There's songs I'm working towards that I can't quite do or can't quite comfortably do yet. But I've always got a song I'm working on. For the longest time, it was Gethsemane from Jesus Christ Superstar, and once I achieved that, I moved on to Waitress. The Waitress song, oh my goodness, I can't even remember the name of it, but you know which one I'm talking about, hopefully. But there's always songs I'm working on. Right now I'm trying to find the challenge for me, but I'll let you know once I find it. Oh, right. Let's do a couple more questions and then I'm going to have to leave it there. Was BGT your first big singing event? Yes, definitely. I mean, nothing's been bigger than that. You know, BGT and AGT, they've been my biggest events I've ever done. You know, singing live on television to millions of people blows my mind, and to this day I think back to it and I go, how did I cope? I obviously didn't think about it at the time. Right, a couple more. If you could choose one superpower, what would it be? I've always wanted to fly. I know it's probably very generic, but even from a young age, I was like, I want to fly. So potentially fly, although it doesn't help that I'm a bit scared of heights. So maybe not fly. Maybe something like teleport or super strength. Something like that. Something very kind of straight down the line. A Christmas song that people want a Christmas song. Okay. I will see what I can do. My daughter was 7. She wears a pump also in Dexcom. That is amazing. The Dexcoms are changes. Is she on the G6 or the G7? I'm still on the G6 at the moment. I imagine she's on the G6. This is my prediction. She's on the G6 because she's wearing a pump and I imagine it communicates. That's my guess. More people coming to see the Overtones. Amazing. I cannot wait to do the tour with the Overtones. It's going to be fantastic. Have you already seen Obi's reaction to your singing? I played Hannah a little song earlier Hannah is sworn to secrecy, but she luckily gets to hear some of the album every so often. So I was getting Hannah's opinion on something earlier today, and I think it's the first time Obi heard me sing, and he just straight away looked up and was like, "What's that?" And then quickly became very uninterested. Oh, you're right there, Obi. I think he's telling me it's time to potentially, unfortunately, leave the stream, but I will be back. My son has type 1 diabetes and doesn't like to talk about it. I wish he'd open up like you are. I'm sure it would help him. Deborah, I didn't talk about my diabetes until about a year and a half ago. I completely understand where your son's coming from, and I think that comes with age and with time. I don't know obviously how old your son is, but you know, sometimes I for me it took the people around me to encourage me to talk about it, and of course with the massive support of all of you, I felt comfortable to talk about it, and hopefully your son is able to open up about his diabetes. But you know, if he ever wants to reach out and message me, please do. I'm always happy to talk about it. Message me on Instagram, and I will get back to you. Right. I think that's where we're going to have to leave it. Apart from this one, it's nearly your first anniversary. What are you planning on doing? Oh, sore subject, Leslie. Sore subject. I'm not in the country. I'm not in the country, but I will do something. Hannah's technically sitting in the room now, so I can't talk too loudly, otherwise she's going to hear me. But I will do something, for sure. Do I get nervous on stage? Every single time. But I'm going to leave that as the last question. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. It's been wonderful. Obi, I'm so sorry, but you've got to say goodbye to everyone. You ready? You ready, mate? Oh, there we are. Right. Say goodbye, Obi. Bye everyone, thank you so much. I'll see you very, very soon. Keep an eye out on my socials for some announcements coming soon. I can't tell you too much, but I'm very excited by them. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care everyone. Bye.